have a cluster of questions I'm delighted to see about this royal priesthood.
Oh.
And one in particular about the function of the royal priesthood in acts of Christian worship. So there's a sense in which the royal priesthood is a vocational call. We live into it in every waking moment of the day. But how does that vision, that New Testament powerful language, how is it expressed in Christian worship, and what actions would be associated with us? Help us to see those connections.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. I do see the acts of public worship as the point where, if you like, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is where the reality that's going on all the time breaks surface and becomes visible, and we say, oh, wow. But we have to remind ourselves that this is what's supposed to be going on all the time. And one of the things that a worship service ought to do is to reinforce and redirect the rest of the life. Now, from one point of view, the priesthood element is most apparent because worship is primarily the church summing up the praises of all creation and simply adoring and praising God for who he is as creator and as redeemer and as recreator. And that's very much Revelation 4 and Revelation 5. Equally, the royal bit is the church announcing to the world that Jesus is Lord. The church instantiating in its life, that is, in its campaigning for justice and mercy in the world, in its work for and with the poor and the homeless and the disadvantaged, etc. This is bringing the royal agenda. If you want to know what the royal agenda looks like, go and read Psalm 72. It's very clear that the reason why we say, may this king live forever, may he have dominion from one sea to the other, from the river to the ends of the earth, is because he helps the poor when they cry, the widow and the orphan and those who have no one to look after them. That psalm goes on. And the amazing thing is there, the king does all these things so that the whole earth, this is the end of the psalm, will be full of his glory. So the priestly part is we are summing up the praises of creation and presenting them before God. So, you know, the great old hymns like the Benedicite, the Song of the Three, all ye works of the Lord, bless ye the Lord. Angels, sun and moon, stars of heaven, bless ye the Lord. This is the classic priestly stance. But the royal bit is the proclamation, the bringing of the power and new direction of God into the world, so that the church is thereby equipped to be the people who will go into the prison and the care home and the homeless shelter, etc., and who will go and speak truth to power and campaign for justice and peace in the world. And so the worship ought to be the place where these two are constantly meeting and then reinvigorating the church in its total life.
Powerful. Thank you.